estate ladies of North Atlanta, Mary Ellen Vanock and Sue Jennings. Okay, today we're going to talk about where would you live if I was moving to Sandy Springs, and this is a suburb of Atlanta. So we're digging into that today, talking about Sandy Springs. So let's dig into it. Let's go, Sue.
Yeah, so
Sandy Springs today.
Let's tell a little bit about what Sandy Springs is. Sandy Springs is on the north side of Atlanta, right beyond the perimeter of 285 and 400, if you kind of know that area. It's a thriving city. It's known for its vibrant business district, expansive parks, and its proximity to Atlanta, of course. It also has an amazing performing arts center and that live, work, play community around that City Springs area that everybody loves. This community has a mixture of luxury estates, walkable neighborhoods, and family-oriented communities. So there's a lot of diverse options for buyers and different price points for buyers as well. So if you're moving here, where would you live in Sandy Springs? So we're going to explore 3 types of neighborhoods today. One is going to be the upscale and popular neighborhood, one that is on the rise, and one that's perfect for families. So the first area we're going to talk about is Chastain Park. And the home that we're looking at right now, Mary Ellen, is what? What's the address on that one?
4524 Mystic Drive in Sandy Springs. It's on the market at $4.2 million. And what it is 6 bedrooms, 6.5 baths, 9,650 square feet. It was built in 2025, so it's a new construction, 3-car garage on a little over half an acre. So let's kind of look at what the features of what you get for this property.
Right. So the lifestyle vibe of this home in this community where this home is located is stately, custom-built homes, large wooded lots with great views of the trees and the greenery. This is the best fit for a buyer who's seeking luxury finishes and, serenity and some privacy in their property. There's also great amenities in the Sandy Springs area, such as tennis and pickleball. What makes this home desirable is that it's got, 5,000 plus square feet, high-end kitchen, outdoor entertaining areas. It's in a great proximity to river trails and top schools. And these homes generally start at 1.5 million and go up from there. So this home gives you privacy, it gives you elegance and convenience to downtown Sandy Springs and the Chattahoochee River.
So yeah, let's just this house is, so of course, since what they did is they tore down the old house that was there and they built this one, and they built a lot of square footage because they're seeing that the older homes might have been only like 1,600 square feet. This is 9,000 square feet.
Right.
So what they're trying to do is the builders are coming in and they're looking, what is the consumer looking for? Somebody like, maybe a doctor or something that needs to be close to the hospital, or they want to be in Sandy Springs because they're working in Midtown. So what the builders are doing is just giving other options in the area. So, and it also has an unfinished basement here. So just what's nice about it is Sandy Springs is so developed. So what you do is you have these really old trees and this brand new modern house, right? So we're just showing some stuff of Chastain Park, which is really close. And this is just a great neighborhood and area. So the next one we're going to talk about in the same area is it sold at $3,050,000. It was on the market at 3.125, and it's 75 Forest Lake Drive in Sandy Springs. And it's 5 bedrooms, 5 full, 2 half baths, 7,800 square feet. It's built in 2008. It's on 0.81 acres, so almost an acre, 3-car garage. This, you can see the difference because it's not a brand new construction. But what I love about this house, Sue, is all the brick work.
Yeah, it's got a very charming exterior to it. A lot of great details. Beautiful
Yeah.
windows and doors, beautiful millwork on the inside.
But two different houses, right? You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? In the same area, you're going to get
Mm-hmm.
two. So it depends on your lifestyle. It depends on what your design is, right?
Right.
So this one is more of a traditional house where the other one was just more of a modern. So what we
Mm-hmm.
wanted to see is like you could be so close and you can have one house on the block that's modern and one house that's older with the brick and the traditional. Because tell our viewers that North Atlanta area is most of the homes are traditional, but now what we're seeing being built is very, very modern. So you're seeing a lot of that kind of stuff.
This home looks like it's been nicely maintained, updated, and lovingly cared for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's very exquisite. I really do like this house. So, but it's so interesting how we're showing two totally different lifestyles, right? Who's going to
Mm-hmm.
buy this house compared to the one that we just kind of showed? And that closet's really big and has lots of windows, which I like, but it still
Mm-hmm.
has the wires, which makes me crazy, but that's okay. We're not going to sugarcoat anything here. We're just going to tell it like it is. We're from New York.
Yeah.
That's a
But
nice
look at
wine
that
cellar
wine
right there.
cellar.
Yeah, that's really nice. And, nice to have for all your wines and everything else. So this is, everybody can have their own gym in their basement, which is terrace level here in Georgia. But just we just showed two beautiful homes in that area that, people like. So now we're going to go into our friendly neighborhood.
No, we're going to go into our up and coming neighborhood.
Oh, up and
So we're
coming.
going
I
to talk a
forgot.
little bit
Forgot this.
about historic Sandy Springs Village and surrounding townhomes, the Atwater, Townsend, Chastain, and Aria neighborhoods.
Okay.
So the lifestyle here is a blend of historic homes and newer townhomes like the ones in Aria, for instance. And a lot of these are within walking distance of shops, restaurants, and parks as well. There's a lot of growth potential in this area. So it's this whole area experiencing like a renaissance right now.
Sure.
Increased investment by builders to make this community more walkable. There's a lot of mixed use developments going in. Townhomes in this area generally start at least 600,000, but can reach 900,000 or more for premium units.
Yeah. Let's talk about this one. So this is a townhome. So we're
Right.
at 4127 Township Parkway in
Right.
Sandy Springs.
This
It
is at the
was
Towns at Chastain, by the way.
Towns at Chastain, 725. Great location. 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 2278 square feet. So look at the difference in square footage. You can get the less square footage in a townhome. This was built in 2027. Obviously it's a 2-car garage. Townhouse, HOA is $340 monthly. So you always have to consider in that HOA monthly,
Right.
to maintain the house. So we just want to take a look at this. Built in 2027. This is kind of 2278 square feet. So it's a nice, cozy. I know that most people think that that's a lot of square footage, but here in Georgia, it's not. But it's very cozy. And if you're say you travel a lot and you're an empty nester, this is a great area to be in. You can get to the airport pretty quickly.
Right.
Young professionals, first-time home buyers. This is a great community, and location is amazing. So I think that's what you see here. All right.
So there's the risk reward here, Mary Ellen, is, buyers need to decide if, in terms of their lifestyle, whether they want to trade yard size for location and convenience, perhaps. But all of these communities around Sandy Springs are very vibrant, and the proximity to the tech corridor and to the city are major draws for this area.
So let's look at the next one. This one sold at $860. So it's 5836 Sandy Springs Circle in Sandy Springs. It's 3 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, 3,200 square feet. So a little bigger than the last one we just talked about. Built in 2027. And the HOA on this one, let's see, where is the HOA? Is $460 monthly. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to take that into effect and see the amenities that you get. I like, this is beautiful, beautiful outdoor space, which is really nice. And you're in the great location too. So,
right.
And it has an elevator. Okay. I mean, 3,200 square feet and it has an elevator. So that's what we're seeing. Elevators seem to be, tell us a little bit about elevators, because elevators seem to be very popular in single family homes as well as townhomes.
Right. And especially in an area, closer to the city, you're going to see the housing is a little bit more vertical. So to appeal to all, different types of abilities and age ranges, adding an elevator can be a real plus. And so, a plus in terms of resale value down the road too, because you have a wider audience that you can appeal to. But elevators, are great when you need them and really require very little maintenance. About once a year, you do need to get them inspected.
Right. Yeah, and this subdivision has a nice little pool area too as well. And elevators, just so that people know, like, you have to make sure that if you buy a resale, that you're able to put an elevator in. And the cost of elevators can be anywhere from about $40,000 to $75,000 is kind of a good,
right. You generally count for new construction. You generally say it's at least $15,000 per floor that the elevator car will be going to. And that's how you kind of can estimate for new construction the cost of the elevator. And then if you are retrofitting or even putting an elevator into an existing shaft that was built by the builder, that will impact the price as well.
Yeah, so here we're going to look at another townhouse. It's 6635 Beacon Drive, Sandy Springs, 670,000. And it's 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 1,896 square feet. So I think that's important. This is just a smaller one than the last one we showed. It was built in 2022. And it's $417 monthly for the HOAs. So there's really something for everyone, whether you want 3,200 square feet. We showed one for 32. We showed one for 2,287. And this one is just about 1,900 square feet.
Yeah. So Aria is a little bit larger community, does have good amenities, and that will impact, the HOA that you do pay. But what's changing in Sandy Springs are these types of neighborhoods are popping up. There's new retail, there's improved green spaces, and cultural events are boosting the whole area's appeal. The addition of the Sandy Springs Performing Arts Center just a few years ago has really impacted, the types of musical groups and entertainment that's been coming to the area. And there's a lot of convenience there as far as parking, restaurants that you can go to prior to seeing, a concert perhaps. And it's just very easy to get to either coming from the city or even coming down from Alpharetta. Like you can be in Sandy Springs from Alpharetta in like 15 minutes or so, depending upon the traffic. And the same goes for getting from Sandy Springs into Midtown. So Sandy Springs is a great centralized location. Yes. And has a lot to offer.
And this is one of my favorite pictures because I really feel like it shows you're in the city, but close to the city, but yet you're in the suburbs. You've got 2 pools. You've got those beautiful trees in the background, and that's what you're going to see in the Atlanta area. So I think a lot of people just don't realize what Atlanta is really about trees.
Right. So we have a third option we're going to talk about today as far as Sandy Springs is concerned, and that's the family-friendly, relaxed neighborhood of Hurst Ferry Crossing. So the lifestyle in this neighborhood is quiet, well-established neighborhood, has a lot of mature trees, spacious yards, and a strong community feel. It's a best fit for families who are seeking top-ranked schools, safe streets, access to park and recreation facilities. And the homes are generally priced from about $1 million with a mix of traditional and some updated styles. Neighborhoods often offer swim, tennis, and nearby trails. And this is a mid-level priced community that, is a good value. You get a decent amount of space in a home, and the community amenities make this a more affordable option for some, compared to some other nearby areas. And it gives you a little more privacy, perhaps, than a townhome. And the home we're currently looking at is where, Mary Ellen? Is this the Riverside
This
home?
one is 6175 Weatherly Drive in Sandy Springs. And it's 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. It's 4,087 square feet. And it's on just over half an acre, 2-car garage, built in 1967. So it's going to have some of that. It's going to have some of that old charm in it. Like, you can see all the wood and stuff, which really has come back. So you're not going to see the high ceilings, but what they did is they really updated this using what they can. Okay, let's talk about this picture. This dog. Oh my God. Pet shower. I mean, this is like what people talk about all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's become so popular that you can sit and, people love their pets like they love their kids, right?
That's actually one feature that probably wasn't in that home in 1967 when it
was definitely
it's
not.
something that was added during an update. And so you can see this home has been well cared for. It has been updated. And yeah, it has some of the old style charm to it, but you can also see there's a new master bathroom right there with a frameless glass shower door and, double vanities and so forth. Those are the types of things that were not in that home originally, but somebody has put some money into this home and, really updated it.
Yeah. And I mean, as you can see, the reason why I do like Sandy Springs is because of all the trees.
Yeah. Right. There's the Sandy Springs Performing Arts Center I mentioned.
Yeah, there you go. It's beautiful. Beautiful Sandy Springs. So lots of arts, lots of culture. You're close to the city, yet you're in the suburbs. And I think that that's just really, we're just kind of showing you the area so you can understand, because it's, there's a lot of people, they love living in Sandy Springs, and that's why. And I understand, even though the outside of the house looks old, when you go inside, it looks, no, I mean, obviously it's a raised ranch, right?
Right.
Which you don't see a lot of anymore here being built. So it's really nice to have that old charm in
right.
home.
One of the biggest things that you'll feel when you walk into that home, regardless of how updated it may or may not be, is the height of the ceilings. Yes. So those homes were probably built with 8-foot ceilings. Today, a standard is at least 9 foot, generally 10 foot, and sometimes 12 foot. So that's the biggest difference you'll feel when you walk into the home, is the height of the ceiling.
Sure. All right. What else do we have to add about Sandy Springs? Because we did talk a lot about it. It's close to all the shops. It's close to food. It's, you're going to find a Home Depot. You're going to find a Lowe's. You're going to find a Trader Joe's. You're going to find a Whole Foods, Publix, Kroger, all really close. And plus,
yeah, and there's great medical care right there in that area. There are quite a few hospitals. This area does attract, an educated population that will work at those hospitals at different, they need to be close to the hospital because of different schedules and different times of the day when they work there. So Sandy Springs is a walkable area. It's a mix of historic as well as new homes. So it's really a matter of what appeals to you as far as what type of charm and convenience you're looking for. Whether you're looking for a family-friendly neighborhood or great schools or, access to amenities. Sandy Springs is a really dynamic area with a variety of neighborhoods and anything to fit your lifestyle.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for giving us all this great information today, Sue. So moving to Sandy Springs, this is what you need to know. This is who you need to contact, and we can help you find a house in Sandy Springs. Everybody have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.
Bye.